So this is page 4. The page I just finished working on was page 3, which has been the most annoying page so far. This one. I want to show you the previous page so it makes more sense, but it's fine. You'll read it in the actual thing. This vine like projectiles impel rain. Lily looks back of this, then she screams rain, and she starts transforming. Her eyes turn full black and stuff. I've been working on this for multiple days. It's just been a super annoying page to do. I don't even know why, because it's only just 3 panels and these two were pretty easy. So it's just this that was the main drawing. This could be done in like an hour or so. Heck, professionals would do this in like 10 minutes. And this very thing is for me my biggest struggle with making manga at this point in time. And that's just not being good, just not being good artistically. Drawing manga very quickly makes you realize just how bad you are. Well, for me, anyways, the moment I place my pen down, this sense of doubt just sinks in and it's like, God damn it, I am not good yet. And so many times I try to tell myself, you know what, I think I should just stop and just focus on improving. I should improve my art until I'm good enough. But then I'm like, I can't do that. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I love this stuff. I love reading manga. And every time I get frustrated, I get off the drawing, lay on my bed, and start reading One Punch Man because Yusuke Murata is, well, my goal, anyways. I know. I know. Like, dude, I'm aiming high, okay? That's where I want to be, and I want to keep chasing up towards that. If I'll be chasing for that for the next 20, 40 years or whatever, that's fine by me. As long as I can see myself making progress, I'm okay and I'm fine. So Yusuke Murata is my biggest inspiration right now and is my goal personally. And so I read One Punch Man, I'm like, God damn, this man is good. I don't just mean good, I mean God level good. And I look at my art, I'm like, that's so bad. And I've been following a ton of great artists on Instagram, and I look at their art, I scroll through their pages, I scroll all the way down and start going up post by post. And I'm just thinking, wow, this is amazing. And I look at my art and I'm just like, oh man, I'm still nowhere good yet. But looking at others' works, it makes me realize, right? Very often comparing yourself to others leads to self-doubt and just feeling like you're not good and whatever. For the most part, it's not very good, but for me personally, it's like when I look at these great works, I just think maybe even I can reach at that point if I just keep jabbing at it over and over, right? If I sit, I draw, I get frustrated, I stop, I leave, but I still come back, then I'll still be making progress, even if it's just tiny bits of progress. To me, I just think as long as I get to sit here and put my pencil down and just do something, no matter how frustrated I get, no matter how hard it gets, as long as I've done something and I'm not happy with what I've made, I get up and I'm frustrated, I go. I know I'm still making some form of progress by coming back and just jabbing at it again. Just keep it going. No matter how slow I keep moving, if I just keep going, maybe, just maybe, even I might reach that level. And that thought process is what keeps bringing me back. I get frustrated and I think I should just quit. But then I think again, well, if I just keep going back to it, if I just keep going back to it long enough, I should improve in some way, right? Making manga has been extremely hard. It's so hard. I've just made a few pages, but it's so hard. But I just keep thinking, the more I do it, there's no way I cannot improve. The longer I do it, the faster I'll get. It's only natural. That's just how it works. If I just keep going, I just gotta keep it consistent. Just keep coming back at it. Keep coming back at it. I draw a little bit, I get frustrated, I stop, Sometimes I tell myself I'm not good enough and I start doing studies instead of drawing my manga. It's okay as long as I come back and I just keep on moving. And that's basically how I'm keeping myself moving. And just a quick reminder that you can commission me by emailing this or just DMing me on Instagram or Twitter. On Instagram, there are a ton of great artists I follow. Some of them are, Didi Mark, obviously. Third, and there's another artist called Slippy. She doesn't make comics or manga, whatever, but the way her art looks, it's something I want to achieve. It looks so good, and she just uses ink, right? They're just blacks, but she still makes them look so fucking good. And I look at my own Instagram page and it just doesn't have the same feel. There's just a certain difference, you can tell when you look at a professional's page that goddamn, that's a professional. Okay, when you look at an amateur, you're just like, yeah, it's fine, and then you just move on and you immediately forget, right? But I know these guys didn't start out great. I've scrolled all the way to third and Didi Mark's very first post. They didn't start out great. Didi Mark has documented his entire journey. Well, not exactly his entire journey, but he's told his entire story multiple times. And dude, if a guy can just work hard and just be consistent with their craft and get so ridiculously good, that's gotta be encouraging in some way. Come on. You can't just look at a story like that and not be encouraged. I eat that shit up. I listen to him all the time, okay? There's an episode of The Draftsman, and they interviewed comic artists at Marvel, and they gave so many good advice. I've listened to it on repeat so many times, and there's so many good points they make. I don't exactly remember who gave this piece of advice, but they said something about people being in love with the idea of making comics, being in love with the idea of meeting fans and selling books and just having these great things, but they're not actually doing the work, right? They just love the idea of that. They're not actually doing the work. And he gave an example of a student who came to him with 2 pages, and he told the student, that's great stuff, make 20 more of those pages. And the student went, ha, 20? And he asked him, what do you think the job is? And that right there, that one sentence, what do you think the job is? It just makes me think, god damn, okay, that's the job. If I become a professional, I'll be pumping out some 20-30 pages every few weeks. That will be my life. That's the life I want. When I think about that, it's not something that makes me not want it. It's just, it makes me think, okay, if I want to reach at the level where I can really bring my story to life, I really have to be serious about this, and I really have to work hard. Here's a video by Jim Lee. It's a very short video.
Dude, I'm just telling you, if you don't have the mindset that this is definitely what you're going to do, it's not going to happen, and no one's going to say, I'll help you do it. If you don't want it so much that you will literally bleed from your fingertips to get it, no one else is going to give it to you. Not having money, not going to art college, not having whatever, it's not, you're looking for reasons not to do it.
All day long, and I would suggest drawing and drawing to the point where you're sick of drawing, but then continue to draw some more.
Draw all the time until you get sick of drawing, and then continue drawing even after that. And I thought about that. I was like, huh, that's kind of extreme, burnout happens sometimes. You get burned out and stuff like that. And then another thought came to mind. I was like, wait, I want to go pro. I'm not just doing this as a hobby, right? My art sucks. It's very beginner. I need to be a pro. I need to get my art to a pro level. And even at a pro level, I'll still be drawing basically every hour of the day. That's the dream I want. The dream I want is to wake up, make manga until I go back to sleep, and sleep with a big smile on my face, thinking, yeah, well, not exactly about just the suffering and just working on and grinding whatever, but like the fact that I am producing works that, because the stories I want to tell are things I've thought about ever since I was young. I've never been great with the outside world. And ever since I was young, I would always escape into my head. And that was my comfort zone. The things going on there, that stuff encouraged me, kept me going. Whenever something wasn't right in my life, I would always go back in my head and I would calm down. I was like, okay, I'm in control here. Everything's fine here. I'm fine here. And I would go on these crazy adventures and they would be fun and exciting. And when I'm trying to share that, I'm trying to share that with everyone. And so to me, just being able to do that, it keeps me coming back. When I decide to quit, and an hour later, I'm thinking, nah, I want to get back to drawing, right? I don't think I will ever be able to completely give this up. In the few days I've been struggling with this page, I would struggle and go back to this sketchbook. This is where I do my more just kind of sketchy stuff, more focused on like practicing and improving my art. And so I would get frustrated and come back to this book. I'm like, okay, I need to improve my art. I just do a bunch of studies, right, on whatever topic, and I just keep repeating that. I get frustrated. I come back here, start doing the thing again. I draw, right? I do some studies and I feel confident. I'm like, okay, I think maybe I'm not a bad artist. And I go back to working on the manga, place the pen down, I start drawing. I'm like, okay, I'm still not good. And again, I come back to this book and I start doing more practice. I also made a fine art drawing of Sleepy. I don't know if she saw it. It's okay. But yeah, it's just I've just been doing the same thing. This episode of Power Make Manga is just all about struggles, dude. It's just all about struggles. Sometimes things aren't sailing smoothly, right? You're gonna have struggles and it's gonna be hard, but you just gotta keep pushing, dude. You just gotta keep chopping away at your dream, at your project, or whatever you're doing, dude. No matter how slow you're going, if you just keep coming back to it and you keep putting in just as much work as you possibly can, I just keep chopping away. Eventually, the tree will fall. Eventually, you reach your goal. Eventually, you have earned something great, something you can be proud of and say, wow, I did that. And that's cool. I don't know. Just that thought is pretty awesome. Just thinking about that, it's pretty awesome. When I think about 10 years into the future, 5, 10 years into the future, and I've made several books, and someone's like, oh, okay, this is pretty neat, and they look me up online and they come across my YouTube channel and they go way back to episode 1 of How I Make Manga, and they watch like, oh, just get started off here, and they watch this video and they look at all the struggles, all these useless struggles that seem so small, right? But dude,